Good morning, everyone. We're finally here. I mean, it's been a long, long time coming. I've been procrastinating, but finally, we are here. So, this year, 2025, we're going to be intentional about our finances, health, family, relationships, every aspect of our lives. And this particular video is because our intentionality in our finances. So I came up with a budgeting template. I designed a budgeting template, and I used it for the month of January, and I think it's time to share it with everybody. So while using this budgeting template, I realized some things. One, I actually make more than I think I do. Then I have I have power to control my expenses only if I want to. So it's a personal decision to prioritize my expenses. Also, there are so many things that I may need to cut off, and that may also involve some people. But guess what? It's okay to choose yourself first. So while using this template, you may also experience that. And then this template has actually affected my overall life. So I'm thinking of how to do things better, how to make more money, how to cut off some things, some relationships that are not adding any value to me, and all that. So this template would do a lot of things to you while you're using it. And then the way the template is set up, it is a month on month budgeting template which feeds into a summary sheet that shows your financial status by the end of the year. So every month, as you impute your figures and all that, it populates in the full year summary sheet. And then you also have the opportunity to impute your financial position as at the end of December 2024. So this template is a really comprehensive template, and I think it would be very beneficial to you. But let's get straight into the template. All right. So like I have here, I have the introduction, we have the full year summary, and then we have the month on month impute sheets. Let's start with the month of January. Let's just take the month of January. I'm going to clear what I've written here so we can take it together. All right, so this template is divided into your income, your savings, your investments, as well as your expenses. So there's this 50-30-20 rule. Yeah, 50% your expenses, um 30% your savings or your investment, 20% your savings or your investment, depends on what you want. However, I mean, you have full control, so you can decide to change the rule. The rule doesn't really need to apply to you. So on this template, we have the summary sheet for the month. We have the income input table, the savings input table, the investment, and the expenses. And then below here, we have the daily expenses and income. You know that daily expenses and income are what makes up your monthly expenses as well as income. So this is what we'll do. Let's go straight to the income table. For the income table, here you have budgeted amount, actual amount, and the difference. Budgeted amount is how much you plan to make based on your projection for the month of January. So let's say for salaries, I am expecting 500,000 in salary. I'm expecting 500,000 in my as my salary for the month. My investment income, say I have some investments, and then I have some investments and I'm expecting 200,000 from that investment, maybe dividends of shares or rental income or anything. Then I have a business that I do on the side. For example, I have a leather store and I'm expecting income. Business, let's say I make 100,000, projecting 100,000 for my business, and then there are other lines here where you have other income, one, two, three. So you can edit any of these parts to whatever income you want to use. So whatever income you want to put there, you can edit this other um cells rather to impute whatever income you want to. And then this actual amount part, you are not meant to fill this part. So on this template, the parts you are meant to fill are the colored cells, just the colored cells. Those are the parts you're meant to fill. So for the income, you fill the budgeted amount. For your savings, you fill how much you budgeted for the savings. Then we have the savings here. For the savings, I mean, you can put your budgeted amount, how much you want to spend on house rent, education, travel expenses, car purchase, whatever field. You can also impute more categories, I mean, that you can put in your savings for this savings 1 to 5. Then you put the budgeted amount. So let's say house rent for this month, and it's good to, for your house rent, it's good to divide it every month. So let's say for your house rent, you pay 1.2 million as your house rent. So it means every month you have to save 100,000 for you to be able to, get that 1.2 million as at when you're meant to pay. So let's say I put 100,000 on my house rent, my education. I want to take a course, and the course is just 50,000. My travel expenses, I'm traveling to Ibadan, 13,000. I mean, you can always project as much as you want. Car purchase, I'm not buying any cars, you know. Then you can, for the month of January, put in the actual amount that you saved. So once you get your income, start distributing the income. Don't let any money slip in your account and then you think you have so much when you actually do not have so much. So let's say I saved that 100,000 for my house rent. Education, yes, I did my 50,000. Um, Travel expense, say I saved 50,000 for, you know, on miscellaneous expenses. My investment also, I feel my budgeted amount, I feel my actual amount. There are different investment options. Maybe in another video we'll talk about different investment options based on my experience in the financial sector, and then you can have a better idea of what to invest your monies in. So you have money market, equity, treasury bills, ETFs, US stocks, domestic stock, gold, real estate, piggy vest. Then there are other investment options. You can also invest in businesses. I mean, those are options for you. Expenses also, budgeted amount. This actual amount, like I said, is only the sales colored amber we are meant to fill. So for the expenses and the income that you did not fill the actual amount, you would need to scroll down here. So day on day, daily expenses, you can put your, this part is for expenses, part is for income. So let's say 1st of January 2025, I bought something worth of 40,000. Let's say it is food, and then I choose my category, food and drink. If you notice, in this expense table, you have different categories, so you can always add any category that is not stated here. Then you come here, select the category based on what you have here. It automatically feeds here, and then you can select it. Income also, let's say I get my income on the 25th of January. I get my income, my salary 500,000. Maybe I was paid bonus 550, and then my description is salary. I can also select it here, salary and wages. Now, what you've done here automatically feeds into this. Look at our expense. This is what we projected, but look at the food and drink that we put here, 40,000, and then the difference, what you projected and what your actual amount is 10,000. Also, your income feeds here. Look at the income that we just imputed now, the 550 salary. So every information you put down there on the expense and the income side actually feeds on this sheet. Then on the summary sheet, you have your income. Total income we made is 550. Our savings 200. Our investment 100. Our expenses 40. So it means at the end of the month, or maybe during the course of the month, I still have 210,000. Doing what in my account? I would rather, if I don't have any urgent expense or any expense that is really really worth it, I'd rather put those funds either in my savings or investment. But guess what, savings doesn't make you wealthy, investment does. So it's advisable to put it in investment. So at the end of the month, the plan is for you to have a shortage or overage of zero here. So impute your expenses, impute your income. As you're getting your income, also budget part of it for savings, part of it as investment. And the earlier you put them in savings or investment, the better for you, because the days are counting and you are losing investment income. So once you do that for all the months, or as I've done for January, let's go to my full year summary. Look at the month of January. My financial position for the month of January in a snapshot. It shows here for the month, for the year rather, year on year. It will show here your total income that you've made, your total savings, your total investment, your total expense. Then you also have a snapshot of the savings showing what actually did you save towards most in this year 2025. We have a graph here that shows the different savings options, and it shows what you actually saved towards most. You also have the opportunity of putting your position as at December 2024, so you can put that here. Then for the investment summary, also you put your position as at December 2024. What investments do you currently did you start the year with, and then whatever you do for the entire year is stated there. This also shows your investment portfolio. Where do you have most of your funds and all that. Expenses also, this is very important because this shows what you spent on the most in the year 2025. So for example, we've only imputed for the month of January and we put it in food and drinks, so it would show that I have spent just on food and drinks, and it shows that this is what I have actually spent the most on in 2025. So this will help you going every month. This will help you to see what you can cut down on, the things that are not important, the things that are very very important to you. And then, like I said, savings and investment is very important. No matter how little you think you earn, you can always save. No matter how little you think you earn, you can always invest. There are so many investment options that you can start with as low as 5,000 naira. Like I said, we'll talk about that in another video. So thank you so much. This is the budgeting template, and I wish and pray that at the end of the year we'll have been able to effectively manage and maximize our resources together using this template. Thank you.